all, how dare anyone think they can go up against Joey Chestnut? Second, Joey Chestnut is a friend of the show.
This is Sportscentre.
Hey, Mr. Roberto, yes, the trade deadline is tomorrow. And after all the chaos of yesterday, we got another big deal this morning. This time from the Leafs, as they're sending a third and fifth to Washington for Joel Edmondson. The Caps will also retain 50% of his salary. Don't worry, Craig Button will be here next segment to talk all the huge moves that have happened so far and look ahead to tomorrow's deadline. But before that, we're getting a potential first-round preview tonight as the Leafs take on the Bruins for the second time this week. Thanks to an 8-2 run over their last 10 games, Toronto's almost 10 points clear of Detroit for third in the division. And with the Panthers riding a 6-game win streak, they're separating themselves from both Boston and Toronto in more ways than one. On to tonight's game though. The Bruins beat the Leafs 4-1 earlier this week, but Toronto is rolling with just 5 losses in their last 20 games, compared to Boston, who's lost 11 times in their last 20. But 6 of those were overtime or shootout L's. But if we're looking at the head-to-head, that's where Leafs fans need to worry, as they are winless in 6 straight against Boston, with the last one against the Bruins coming on November 5th, 2022. Toronto's big three of Nylander, Matthews, and Marner have been as consistent as ever though. Over the last 15 games, all 3 have over 22 points. And with his overtime winner last night, Austin is still on pace for a 70-goal season. And he, Mitch, and Willie could all finish the season with over 100 points. If they do, they'd be the second team since the 95-96 Penguins, as they would join the Oilers trio of McDavid, Draisaitl, and Nugent-Hopkins. Those of you in the Leafs region can watch tonight's game on TSN. Coverage begins at 6:30 Eastern. We're only one sleep away from trade deadline day. There has been so much that has happened so far just leading up to this moment. So of course we had to bring in Unky Button, Craig Button in the building, in the flesh, in person. We never get to do this. You look lovely.
I'm Grandpa Button now.
Oh.
Not just Uncle, I'm Grandpa.
Okay, you're Grandpa Button, but to me, you'll always be Unky
but
Button.
still, like, it's, I'm both.
Okay. Congratulations, auguri, as we say in Italian. Now we need to talk a little hockey, shall we? So I need to know your favorite moment that's happened so far, your favorite trade that you've seen up until this moment.
We see all the talk about this player, that player, that player, this player, this team, and everything. And then the Colorado Avalanche and the Buffalo Sabres get together and they make a blockbuster. Yeah. 1 for 1, 2 really good young players that fit both what those teams are looking for. Not easy to make a trade, but to get, you got to give. And both those teams demonstrated creativity, imagination, and boldness. And I think they both did significant moves to help their team move forward. Obviously, the Avalanche looking for the Stanley Cup. Buffalo Sabres trying to get back into the playoffs.
Oh, the poor precious Sabres. We love to see it. I want that for them. I want that for their fans. But I also want to know about a player that maybe you want to see moved, and where would you like them moved to?
I would like to see David Savard move to the Toronto Maple Leafs. I think David Savard would be the absolute right player to fill the absolute essential need for the Toronto Maple Leafs. A big body defending, right shot defender. And when we look at it, Tanef's no longer there. Yep. Hannafin's no longer there. Right. So if David Savard, and he's got a year left on his contract. You got him for 2 playoffs, reasonable cap hit. That's the player I would like to see. A Canadian coming to the Leafs.
Oh, hey, we love that over here. I'll tell you that for free. Something we really love on the show is when Unky Button sounds off, okay? Because we know there's a lot of things that bother you in this world, particularly in the hockey world, and we just love your opinion. So I'm going to give you the microphone, and I'm just going to let you have a moment. What's something that's bothering Button?
I get the microphone. What's bothered me? Everybody talks about winning, right? And they talk the talk. Very few walk the walk. Who's bold? What managers in this league are bold? I would say maybe a dozen of them.
Okay.
The other 20, not so sure they're bold. You look at Kelly McCrimmon. You can't accuse him of not being bold. He's after it. Julian Brisebois in Tampa Bay, bold. Chris McFarland in Colorado, bold. You know what bothers me? All the managers that talk the talk and don't walk the walk.
Okay, you have any more call-outs? We love when you make people angry in the comments.
I'm not trying to make anybody angry. That's what makes me angry. You can't talk the talk and then, it's so hard. Oh, we can't do it. You know how hard we tried? Put up a banner. We tried hard.
Uncle Button, an absolute pleasure. Thanks for doing this, and we'll see you tomorrow, eh?
You will see me tomorrow. Thanks.
I don't know. What color are you wearing? Do you know?
Tune in. It's a brand new outfit.
Oh, boy. Get excited. Yes, it's that time of year again. The Minnesota High School Hockey Tourney, where we get to see some of the best flow going, aka Minnesota. And it's definitely the reason why we love sports today.
Why we love sports today.
No, the staff of the show spent about 30 minutes going through player intros, just so I can give you the best ones now. I mean, give me a little more personality to match the hair, I think. What is that bleach job? There was no toner in that. That's a nutty smelly. How does he have that much facial hair? Aren't these kids in high school? Another horrendous bleach job. Holy smokes. These guys are just doing it from boxes, I would assume. Are they just taking grocery store bleach? Literally, that's me stopping. I mean, he wanted to make an entrance. He made it. Almost didn't, though. That's actually hilarious. Okay, I need to, what? I don't understand that. Why? This is what children are doing now. I'm going to seem so out of touch, but this is what children are doing now on the Jumbotron at the Leafs game. I get it. I'm old, but like, what? Why? I am starting to actually miss the flossing now. Bring back the flossing. But the best team of the bunch has to be the Alexandria Cardinals.
Senior forward number 3, Leo Copeland.
Wait, the nod? The little smirking nod? I can't. Wow, these guys?
Junior forward number 7,
Wait.
Cam O'Shea.
But my favorite player has to be this guy.
Brett Millen. Junior defensive number 11, Jack Slatengren. Junior forward number 12.
Now this is entertainment. He knew what he wanted going in. That took a lot of work to create that cheetah print on the buzz cut. And then he's just committing with the crazy face. Wow. Now joined by our gambling guy Wes Chang to talk Raps Suns tonight. Great to see you, Wes.
Great to see you, Marissa.
Okay, Wes, this Raptors season seems to be all but over with the Scotty Barnes injury. But how are you betting this team now that it seems that there's a lot more opportunity for guys who weren't getting any minutes early in the year?
I'd take a long look at the Raptors win total and take the under at 29.5 games, especially if you think this is a team that should be tanking for the top 6 protected draft pick. In order for that bet to cash, they got to win less than 7 of their final 20 games, and that's not too unreasonable considering they only have 4 more games against opponents in the bottom 6 of the standings. If you're backing the Raptors, I'd just say focus on the players they want to develop for future seasons. Grady Dick, Emmanuel Quickley, RJ Barrett, you gotta imagine those players will have a much longer leash between now and the final games of the year.
Okay, give us your best bet for tonight's game.
I'm going with Kevin Durant under 2.5 3-pointers. Now that might feel counterintuitive given where the Raptors season's going, but Durant's missed this prop in 38 out of 55 games this year. The argument against it, Devin Booker's out. Kevin Durant's got to score more. Well, in 12 games Book has missed, Durant only averaged 1.8 threes this season. He's also ice cold from 3-point range over this past month. He's shooting 29% from deep. He's actually missed this prop in 11 straight games prior to that OT win against Denver. The Raps give up a lot of corner threes, but they're actually respectable from above the break. Add in some blowout risk, and I just think this is a spot where KD doesn't need to score from deep.
Wes Chang, a pleasure as always.
Thanks, Marissa.
That's all for today. We'll see you back here tomorrow, except a little later than normal just because it is trade deadline day and we want to make sure we're getting you all of the information.